then please do take part in our collaboration. If you've been on the fence about creating content, feeling like you ought to, you just haven't pulled the trigger yet, this might be your moment.
And that is why I'm here. Welcome. Be not upset. When Jess said what she said, I was watching it, and I had got up to go walk into the kitchen. I was in the kitchen, and I heard her say what she said, and I ran back to the computer, and I said, "What did she say?" Like, it so caught me, like, heard it. I felt it. I felt it deep in my soul, like as if God had said it. Not that Jess is God, but as if God was speaking through Jess to me, okay? That's what I mean. If you're still here by the end of this, God bless your soul. Now, if you are in a Roots and Refuge collab with books, and you don't include Jess's 2 books, then what are you doing? Okay, the first one is The First Time Gardener. This, if I can be completely honest, these 2 books are the only ones in my stack that I have read from cover to cover. They're from cover to cover. They're the only ones. I don't know why. I have a problem. I'm not a big reader. It's not that I don't like to read. I just, you know when you're like reading these pages and you see all these words, and like you're reading what is be. You're reading all these pages with the, you're seeing the words and you're reading them. Like, I even say them out loud. And somehow I daydream. Like, I'm thinking about something else, but these words that my eyes are seeing are coming out of my mouth, but yet I'm thinking about something else. Does that ever happen to y'all? I struggle really bad with that. So, I guess I have done so well with Jess's books because, number one, they're beautiful. Like, look at the pictures in here. Nana. We've opened up to Nana. It's beautiful, and probably because we love her and it makes it more interesting. The next one is The First Time Homesteader by Jessica Sowards. Again, full of information, full of wisdom, full of good, not overwhelming information. And it's beautiful, lovely to look at, lovely to feel. Does that matter to any of y'all? Like, if I'm reading a book, like, I want it to feel good in my hands. I'm such a weirdo. Let's go to this one. Now, this one is my dream, my deepest desire. A cow book. We all want a cow, right? Ugh. So, Keeping a Family Cow, revised and updated edition, by Joanne S. Grauman, I'm going to guess. So yeah. I have not read all of this. I am on chapter 14. And I stopped some time ago, so it's that reading thing. It's that thing where you just zone out. It happens so bad. But anyway, this is very it was very what's the word? I was very shocked by the information like in the first part of the book. It was more like, the history of milk, and even like sciencey stuff about milk. So it's not just, hey, go get you a cow and this is what you do. It's like, it's deeper than that. So, really good. I do recommend if you want a cow. Okay. Next up, we have Everything Worth Preserving, The Complete Guide for Food Preservation at Home by Melissa Norris. Now, this is a really cool book, I think. Melissa, there was a video where I saw her, she was explaining that she was in the middle of making this book. And she said, she got tired of watching, or of having all of her sources, like this recipe for canning this over here, and this recipe for canning that over here, and, just having all of her recipes and resources and stuff strung all over the place, and not having one place to go to for everything. So that's what she did. It's a lot of information, like a lot of information, a lot of how to do things, and along with recipes, like jars. Okay, look, like, just here's a chart. Here, we'll just look at this. Okay, like, just charts and pictures and lots of words to read. More charts, pretty pictures, how to can fruit juice, and then, sweet cherry pie filling, the recipe, and how to do it, like, on and on and on and on and on and on. Kiwi, oh, piece of paper. Rabbit, fish, oh, okay, pulled pork. So, meats, like what to do. There's basically everything you need to know about preserving is in this book. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, now this book I have only skimmed. I've only just kind of flipped through the pages. I haven't had this very long, but we all know Sean and Beth Doherty, and we know they are real people, and therefore we can trust what they say. Okay. This book really is cool, and it really is full of information. Growing soil, biodiversity, nutrient-dense food with grass-fed animals, and intensive pasture management. Joel Salatin says, the Dohertys capture both the soaring majesty and the down and dirty reality of farm life. This book is one you'll want to refer to for years to come. We'll be reading this one. We should as well. Okay. So, next, Nourishing Traditions, the cookbook that challenges politically correct nutrition and the diet dictocrats. This book, I'm pretty sure I heard Jess say get this book, and it's honest. Look. It's that many recipes. Like, it's huge. It's fat. So much information. I've actually made some of these things that are in here. Breaded whitefish, trout with almonds, teriyaki duck breast, spicy stuffed cabbage, 5-grain cereal mix, pizza toast, potato skins, poppy wings. Okay, you get the picture. There's so much stuff in here, and the stuff I've made has been delicious. Alright, the next book is The Green Pharmacy by James A. Duke. Y'all, would y'all not want him to be your grandpa? Like, look at that. I just want him to be my grandpa. Okay, so this book is medicinal plants, remedies and such. So how it's laid out is, let's see, I've saved this page, depression. I deal with depression, so how it's laid out is you search things by the problem. So such as depression, or Lyme disease, or Parkinson's disease. Like, there's bad breath. There's just a world full of information in here. He'll give the what the problem is, and then he'll list, like, okay, let me give you an example. We don't want to breast enlargement. We'll go to another one. Let's see. Arthritis. Okay. Joints in trouble. So ginger and turmeric and pineapple, red pepper, stinging nettle, oregano, willow, Brazil nuts, broccoli, rosemary, vitamin C, and all those things I list. There's like, a whole paragraph of things about what that thing does and how it helps and blah blah blah. So very very cool book that your grandpa wrote. Okay. Then we've got the Prescription for Nutritional Healing, a practical A to Z reference to drug-free remedies using vitamins, minerals, herbs, and food supplements. Y'all, this book is humongous, and you can get lost in this. You can just get lost. Like, can we just, look how many words. There's no pictures. It is nothing but info. Straight up words. All information. And so this is kind of like that other one. You kind of search by what the ailment is. Cancer is here. I've been going to it a lot. My husband has cancer, so if y'all are prayers, if y'all are prayers, if you believe in prayer, please pray for him. His name is Jeff. So anyway, man, there's lots of cancer things. So it tells kind of like what cancer is, how symptoms, breast cancer, cervical cancer, all the different kinds of cancer, causes, risks, signs, symptoms, detections, diagnosis, causes, risk factors, stomach cancer, blah 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 blah, all the things. Okay, then it goes into nutrients. Do y'all want to know all this? Herbs, stuff you can use, recommendations, which, there's just look, it's too much information. So, very much recommend that. Okay, this one, the Modern Herbal Dispensary, a medicine making guide. This one is more for how to make the medicines that these other books recommend. And it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to understand. And it goes more in depth to what the medicines do, or what the herbs do, the energetics is what it's called. Let me just find. So it explains all this. So how herbs affect energy production. It either is warming, cooling, or neutral. How herbs affect the density of tissues. It's either moistening, drying, or balancing. And how herbs affect muscle tone, flow, and secretion. It's either constricting, relaxing, or nourishing. So, and then it tells what all that means. So, it's a lot. It tells dosages. So, let me give you an example. Okay, chamomile. It tells the Latin name for chamomile, which is something I can't say. Chamomile is a mild sedative and a good gastric anti-inflammatory. It calms the nerves, settles the stomach, and helps to expel gas. The energetics, it is cooling and relaxing. And once you know what that means, then you'll know, anyway, it just helps you know, oh, well, we need this medicine for this, because it's cooling and relaxing. That stuff matters. Properties, self-indications, blah 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 blah, dosage forms, cold infusion, and it gives the you take 2 to 8 ounces up to 3 times a day in tincture form. It's dried this is y'all just have to read, okay? It's a lot of information. So this is not one that I have sat and just read through either. I kind of just flip, which you probably do. I have read the first couple, I don't know, first 4 chapters probably, and then just started skimming for the rest. Anyway, good, pretty cool book there. Alright, what else? Okay, now, that is all the Homestead. Now I have 3 bonuses, okay? 3 bonus books. I just think, like, everybody needs, like, okay, here, these are poems. Farming, a handbook, poems by Wendell Berry. Okay, you might not like poems. If you don't, then don't get the book, you know? They're just very short, which is why I like it. And, I can, you know, and they're about, farming. And it's his heart. And we love Wendell Berry. So, if you don't have it, and you love poems, go get it. Because we love him. Okay? Now, I don't have any kids, but, if you have some littles running around, this is a bonus book. Go get it. Hey There, Rock by A.J.R. Ball on Amazon. It's very little. It's very easy to read. So even if you're not a little and you have problems reading or focusing, this is a great book. No, it really is a good book. It's got a good, it's deeper than just about a rock, if that makes sense. So your kids will love it. You will love it. Go get that. Okay, and last but certainly not least, I'm going to include the Bible, because at the Farm Where You Live event this past weekend, Jess was there and she was speaking, and y'all know how she does. She gets after it, right? Like she don't play games. But she was talking about how you know, fear, the difference between fear and wisdom, and that fear shoves you and wisdom will lead you and guide you. And you know, and she was talking about how she could teach us all these things about homesteading, you know, and stewarding the earth, and she could teach us all this stuff. But if our hearts are not in right relationship, that none of it would matter. Like we wouldn't actually get where we needed to be if we weren't whole in our and so I include this because if that's so, which I believe it is so, the only way to get whole that I know of is this book. And you know, there's more than, you know, you can learn about gardening in here. There's gardening, there's relationships, there's I mean, you need to know how to forgive you crappy baby mama, daddy, uncle. It tells you how. It tells you how. There's all kinds of good stuff in here. So, the book of all books. Right there. Alright. Well, that's all the books I got for you. I would ask again, if you guys believe in prayer, to keep my husband, Jeff, and me in your prayers, especially October 23rd. He'll be having a tumor removed in his abdomen, and they'll be doing this thing called high pick. It's pretty, like, it's awful. And anyway, we'd appreciate your prayers. And this, quite honestly, could be the only video I ever do. We'll see what God has to say about that. If it's not, though, catch you guys in the next one.